let's get a little serious for a second. A couple days ago, you put out a song, "United We Stand, Divided We Fall." Justice for George Floyd, man. Sick. The the world we live in needs more stuff like that, man.
I wrote that in 2016 and put it out in 2018.
Okay. What?
Yeah, that was an album called Bigger Than the Bard. But it's so funny, not funny, it's kind of sad, but it's I would say coincidental that, you know, it fits so well for the times now, because I saw the same things, you know, that, and that shit goes to speak volumes about how much this is just reoccurring. Nothing is new. Everything we're seeing is just a repeated cycle, and that's what that whole song is about. It's called Breaking Chains, and it's like, I called like the hook is like, we're the new slaves, and I'm just talking about people in general, like us versus like the system. Like, we're the slaves to this system who's, you know, figured out a way to control us all and make us do things, you know, just crazy systematic control.
Yeah.
But I made that song back then, and then now, like,
still relevant, which is sad. It's a sad thing.
It's TikTok. TikTok is the reason I even posted that video, because somebody had used the sound, and I check my sounds from time to time to see if anybody used that song, because like that's the goal. Like, if I can get one of my songs to be used and go viral, like that's it. Like that's I can take that platform and do what I need to do with it, because I just need that little bit of leverage. So. But I was checking it and I was like, what? Breaking Chains? Like, that's a deep song. So I was like, why? I was like, who would use that? Seen it, and it was like this person. They pretty much did. I pretty much recreated the video that they did in my own way. They did it they did it black and white, and it was pretty cool. They did like some hand movements, even one of them that I mimicked. But I was just like, okay, if somebody, you know, is using that, I have an obligation to, you know, put it out. Yeah. So no, that's why it came out. And yeah, I definitely feel strongly about that stuff, and I'm very, you know, vocal about it on my Facebook, and I don't shy away from, you know, telling white people shut the fuck up if they, you know what I'm saying, if they're acting stupid and ignorant.
No, the sucky thing is that it's still relevant to this day. You made that so long ago. I remember going to, I lived in the Bronx, and it was like a really bad neighborhood. But I would leave to go watch movies with my boy, because he lived in a nicer neighborhood, and I left at like 11 o'clock at night, and like a van pulled up with four undercover cops, right? Pushed me up on the wall. They asked me, "Hey, do you remember me?" And then they called me some other random fucking Spanish name. It was like Jose or something. And then they pushed me up, called me that hard NR word, roughed me up a little bit, took out my ID, found out it wasn't me, threw the wallet on the floor, went back in the van and left. And that was one of my first experience with the cops, doing dumb racist shit like that.
So you've had first-hand experience.
Not as bad as most people. I got a couple punches in my stomach, but yeah, it still sucks. It still sucks, dude.
I mean, I've been in situations where if I was a black man, it would have went a lot different. There was one time where I got accused of robbing somebody's house, and I had some property of theirs in my car. It was a weird, so wild situation. Like, one of their speakers got stolen, and I happened to have a similar speaker, like the exact kind of speaker. So I was in handcuffs for 2.5 hours. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was just a wild day. But then when they pulled me out of the car, they had like AR-15s, shotguns, just all kinds of weapons pointed at me. Ground. Like, you know, that shit was crazy. But in that situation, you know, I didn't have a knee to my neck, you know, or nothing crazy like that. They put handcuffs on me and put me on the back of the car or whatever. You know, it wasn't no like violent shit. They, you know, and I mean, like, they should handle anybody. You know, like if they're compliant and not fucking trying to resist you and shit. So, but and there was another time where I was actually I was actually profiled as like, you know, the criminal. Like I was riding my bike out of a neighborhood and I have this chest tattoo or whatever, and for whatever reason the cop pulled me over. I'm like, I'm riding a bike. I have nothing on me. You see me, I have nothing on me. I'm riding a bike through a neighborhood and you stop me. You know, I obviously don't have any information on me. And he said I fit the description of the person. You know what I mean? And here's like another situation where I said if I was any other, you know, if I was black, it would have been a whole lot different. Even if I was more Hispanic, because I'm part Hispanic, but not enough to, you know, come across as Hispanic. But so in that situation where I was wrongly accused, I was pissed, you know. So I'm snapping on the cop, just going off on him. You know what I mean? And like I said, if I feel like if I was anybody else, they probably would have been like, okay, you want to lip up, boom, slap the cuffs on me. You know what I'm saying? I'm just sitting there rambling off, you know, hands free. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I definitely see what they call white privilege, and I understand it to a high degree. So I definitely, you know, I'm all for the cause and trying to help when I can and do what I can. You know,
Bro,
like
cancel culture lately has been kind of
cancel culture.
crazy, especially with right now with this whole racist thing going on. Like businesses have been getting shut down, like racist individuals, like certain kids have been losing their degrees to their colleges and stuff. And I'm like, I love to see it. Like it's ruthless if you're at the end of the like the internet or like Twitter cancel culture's mercy, because they're gonna make sure you get hit. I've seen that, and I'm happy it's happening to the people that deserve it.
Yeah.
Especially when it comes to like some of these racist people that have been getting exposed. So like as much as I can't say I always agree with it, this is one of the few times where I'm like, you know what, cancel culture, y'all got it. Good shit.
Sometimes
Good shit.
Sometimes I feel like it's a bit extreme. Like people will take like something that I feel like, all right, yeah, criminalize them, but like they take it out on the whole establishment. Like fucking, there's this restaurant like literally walking distance from my house, and the owner said some dumb shit online, and they found out she was the owner of this restaurant, and they started cancel culture in that ass. They fucking shared the fuck out of her page. She had to delete her Facebook. She fucking got all types of negative reviews on the Facebook page. Like, it's just like that shit is real. Like if they want to shut somebody down and they got enough people involved, that shit's gonna look bad. Like, real bad.
Yeah, one of the CEOs of Riot Games, I think he said something stupid, and then the internet went after them, and he got. Well, they told him he was on leave, and then he just resigned. So we know they just forced him to freaking resign. But he said some dumb shit about George Floyd. He was like, hey, regardless, living that lifestyle will still end up that way. It wasn't because he's black, it's because he was living a lifestyle that he shouldn't live. And I was like, at that time, he got called for what, slipping a fake 20 or something. Nobody deserves a knee for a fake 20 when you got somebody who was a serial killer. What did they treated him nice. They gave him a fucking bottle of water and shit like that.
Yeah.
Man.
Dave Chappelle just put out this little well, not really a comedy on his IG.
I haven't watched that yet. Tonight I'm gonna get to work and I'm gonna watch everything the weekend.
28 minutes. It's actually pretty short. He's not joking. It's just like a whole little, I wouldn't even call it a speech. Like him talking about the current events and shit, and just like him relating certain things to certain things, and he was like expressing to people how long 8 minutes and 36 seconds, you know, how long that is. For somebody to be on your neck and shit, and he was just like going in about it, and he's making real good points, and he's like, what the fuck, like, that's a grown-ass man. Like, how can you sit there as another grown-ass man and then he had his hands in his pockets and shit. It was just so disrespectful, man. Like, what the fuck? That shit, I don't know. Like, when you see shit like that, it's just like what it, and then you think about the other people and just like, man, if I was there, I wouldn't have let them just sit there and do that. I would have went over there and at least like got so close to him that, you know, maybe not even touched him, but got so close to the point where
You better eased up a little bit.
had to get up or something. You know what I'm saying? Like, do something rather than just sit there and watch. And I understand most people are afraid to really act. You know, they don't want to get in trouble. They're just as afraid of the repercussions, you know what I'm saying, of whatever.
Whatever comes out to getting beat, getting shot.
Yeah. And there's like, what was it? There was like 3 other cops there, right?
Oh, yeah. 3 other
I was
cops.
just about to say that. 3 other cops were just sitting there watching. Damn.
So yeah, like I said, I would have tried to run. Okay, I would have ran into 3 other cops. I would have had to get myself an assault charge to try to get that to save his life. And that's what, you know, most people are they're like not willing to take that risk. Saying it out loud, yeah, it sounds good, but in that situation, I probably wouldn't have tried to just run in there knowing that, oh, I'm gonna get an assault charge. I would have been screaming my fucking ass off and doing something to try to get him to stop. But I was like, bro, you're fucking killing him, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Just trying to get him to stop. But I don't know. It's definitely one of those, you don't know what you would do in that situation until you're in it type of situation. So,
Yeah.
It sucks.
Mac, you're a really cool individual. I did check out some of your stuff earlier, like before I hopped in here. Even a couple of days ago when D sent me the link, and he's like, "Hey, this is the dude." I saw it was like a My Hero rap. I'm like, "Yo, that shit's cold," and I thought it was badass, right? And then just hearing you talk here in person too, finding out you're a really chill dude. And I wanted to add this in earlier because we were talking about you know, just the whole George Floyd situation and BLM and stuff. I'm really glad that you understand like the whole, like, hey, even if you don't like believe you have white privilege, you still benefit from it. Some people seem to believe that it's not a real thing and that there's not, because it doesn't affect them, it doesn't exist. And I'm happy that, you know, some people that actually, like in your case, are really aware of it and are conscious of that isn't a real thing, you know. And that really makes me happy, and I'm happy to hear that. It makes me want to support people like that you know, understand this kind of stuff, and that the stuff going on in the real world is a real thing, not some made up stuff that is in our, like, just, oh, you just hear about it and you're like, nah, that'll never happen to me. Like, it's an actual thing, and you know, just hearing that really made me happy to hear, you know.
No, I appreciate you ending it on that note. That makes me feel awesome. I appreciate that.